Okay, this week is one of my favourite weeks. It's Boogie 2 at Skydive Langer. And for those of you who don't know what a boogie is, it's a week-long skydiving party where all of my friends come from all over the country, some from across Europe, and come to my local drop zone, and I get to hang out with them for a whole week, and we get to party and do a load of skydives and just generally have a lot of fun. And one of the people who I love catching up with whenever he's in town is my good friend Al and his lovely wife Pixie. Now, Al and Pixie have an incredibly inspiring story, and the reason I wanted to share it with you today is from where it ends up is they very much lead an Oventy lifestyle now, and I want to just sort of talk to Al a little bit about how he got there. So Al, thank you very much for joining me today.
Pleasure, buddy.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about how you got into skydiving?
Okay, so about 17 years ago now, I was kayaking on a river in the Lake District, and I met a guy who used to be in the same unit as me when I was in the army, and he suggested I might enjoy a tandem skydive.
Mm-hmm.
So he directed me to Langer. So I came down here and did my first tandem skydive. Absolutely loved it. So the following 3 weekends, I came back and did another tandem skydive each weekend. I got talking to the chief instructor, Dave Hickling. Dave suggested that I might be able to learn to skydive on my own.
Okay.
So he booked me on an AFF course, Accelerated Freefall course.
Yep.
And I did the course, passed, and became the first double amputee to learn to skydive post-injury.
Fantastic. And that's in the world, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Incredible. And so it was through skydiving that you met your lovely wife Pixie, and you then went on to be teammates together and to absolutely dominate the UK scene for a while and compete at a world level as well. Why don't you tell me just a little bit more about that?
So I met Pixie on the drop zone when I had around 700 jumps. Pixie arrived for her first day of training on her AFF course.
Right.
We met that day, became friends straight away, and about a year later we became a couple. Now a little while after that, in 2007, I actually started skydiving in 2000.
Yeah.
In 2007, Pixie and I decided to form a skydiving team, and we decided we wanted to compete in freestyle skydiving.
Okay.
Which is a two-person event.
Yeah.
So we formed a team, and at our outset, at our very first competition, we won the British Championship.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
So we became British champions for seven years concurrently.
Wow.
And we competed at an international level at the World Championships, and we won 2 bronze medals and 1 silver medal at the World Championships.
Wow, that's incredible.
Cheers, buddy.
So, I mean, I think that's probably one of the most successful skydiving teams the UK's ever seen.
I think we're up there, yeah, for sure.
Certainly you were the first to be there. It's become a much more popular sport recently. Yeah. And so a few years ago you decided to retire from skydiving or from competitive skydiving, and that's sort of led you to where you do now and the lifestyle that you lead at the moment, which I have to admit I am incredibly jealous of. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do at the moment?
Okay, so while we were competing as a team, we had 3 companies that were supporting us, as well as our home drop zone, Langer, and another good friend, Jan Wildegruber, who supported us as well. But we had 3 skydiving manufacturing companies that supported us. One that makes helmets, one that makes parachute containers, and one that makes parachutes. Now in 2012 we decided that would be our last competition at the World Championships in Dubai, where we won our last bronze medal.
Yeah.
We decided that was going to be the last competition, and it just so happened, coincidence would have it, that the 3 companies that had been supporting us were looking for ambassadors and representatives to promote their gear.
Yeah.
So they asked us if we would do the job. And what we do now is, and we thought, what better way to help to pay back some of what they gave to us. Mm-hmm. We thought, what better than to take on the job as ambassadors for those companies, and what what it entails is traveling around Europe, visiting drop zones, meeting up with old friends and meeting new friends,
Yeah.
and showing them the cutting edge of skydiving equipment and letting them try it out for free.
Fantastic, and that's what I'm just so jealous of. The Oventy lifestyle that you lead. Your whole life is basically traveling around, exploring new places, catching up with old friends, meeting new ones, trying new things, and just hanging out and having a good time. So that's an incredible lifestyle. But there's another side of your lifestyle as well, or thing that you do now, and you do quite a lot of work with charities as well, if I understand, particularly with other charities for people in the armed forces who have lost limbs, and helping them get out and be more active.
Yeah, I had a lot of support from military charities after I was injured.
Yeah.
And I realised how much benefit a person can take from the help that is offered, and quite often people need the help, and some of them really don't like to ask. It's the soldier's mentality to just keep going forwards without asking for help from anybody. But with these charities that I try to help out, the Soldiers Charity and Blesma, what they want to do is to show injured servicemen, not just injured servicemen, but injured servicemen and maybe servicemen that are coming out of the military, re-entering civilian life and having to kind of almost start again.
Sure.
These charities like to let those people know that they are there, they're available as a resource for any kind of help that you might need. It could be legal help, it could be help with equipment for a disability, help with education. Lots of different things, and like I said, I got a lot of benefit out of these charities.
Yeah.
So again, like the companies that supported us during our skydiving career, these charities really helped me put my life back on track after I was injured.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic that you're able to give back in that way and help other people come through some of the challenges that you've been through. Well, Al, thank you very much for your time. It is such an inspiring story that you have, and I'm really glad that we're able to share that with everyone at Oventy.
Thanks,
thank you very much.
Let me just say, one of my favourite things about travelling around is the hugs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, bro.